a girl I was seeing once told me, like, Amer, it seems that you're looking for a friend with benefits. I'm like, that's amazing. You know how hard it is to make a friend? I don't see it like this. What I want is a partner with friendship benefits. Because for me, a friend is like... it's
That's amazing.
Why would you want anything else than
no.
a friend who you can with?
Did you explain it to her that way after?
Yeah, but she's like, huh?
She's like, listen to the podcast.
This is my only bet. That's the only thing. Okay. Hey, ho.
Hey.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to an edgy episode of the Good Night Comedy
An inclined episode.
Podcast. We are sitting inclined.
Yeah.
Behind us, there's a beautiful lake, and there's our ducks,
Yeah.
and there's a fountain.
Yeah.
And her name is Gabe's mom.
Ooh.
Shots fired. Where are we, Gabriel? Tell the people.
We're in Jarry Park. Remember, do you ever go to Jarry Park growing up?
Growing up?
Or
No.
you live right by it?
I live right
Still
by it.
growing up. We're all growing up. You grew up to
I'm
die.
growing down, I think.
Yeah. Growing down.
I came here a couple of times. I'm not a big park guy.
No, you're not a park guy.
I think they're an oddity in a city. I welcome them, but I think it's an oddity.
Oddity?
Yeah.
Really? There's so many parks.
Because a city is all supposed to be about capitalism and
People live there.
we you know, you have to own everything and no one is
Cities?
you're just making money. City.
But that's the finance district. That's like one building in Montreal. There's like one building and there's like two guys in white shirts going sell, 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 sell. That's how big our financial district is in Montreal. It's one guy that just graduated from JMSBU School of.
Yeah, but I think there's two type of people. There are park people and there are non-park people. And
Yeah.
I think I'm more of a, like, if I want to go in nature, I go to actual nature. Even though I do enjoy this. Every time I come to a park, I enjoy it.
I like parks.
But I don't often come for some reason.
I like walks and the park and. Like I'm not like I'm in nature. Like I always make the like my mom whenever she goes to a park, she says I feel like I'm in nature. And now whenever I'm on a walk with Claire, like if we walk by a tree, I'm always like I'm in nature. Like I know it's not. It's just I just like walking. You know, that's all. Hello.
It's nice. It's good for people. You know.
Yeah.
It's funny. They used to be like, oh, bring your children to the park. Now everyone has a dog. It's crazy. You know, we saw the guy who was talking to his dog.
He's
like
talking to his dog. What?
Like if it's a child.
Yeah, you this is what you do with a dog. You go, hey, you give it 3 chances. 1, hey, come on, buddy, let's go. Hey, 2, come on, I mean it. 3, hey, and then 4, you yank that son of a gun out with I get a chain and go, steel chain.
That's what your mom used to do to you, right? That's where you learn how to.
My uncle had a dog for a long, until it died, long time, and his name was Leo. He was half husky, half German. No, sorry. It was like half German Shepherd, a quarter husky, and a quarter wolf.
Wow, how can one dog be so hairy?
Yeah. Dude, and this thing was like 200 pounds. It was so big. It was thick. It was juicy and thick. It was all like half black, half white. It was like Michael Jackson, baby. And looking in the mirror.
It's like children.
Yeah.
It's good for the children.
And my favorite thing to do to a dog, I recommend anyone who has a dog, if it's by its food, go put your legs over it like as if you're going to ride a motorcycle. And then as, with the throttle, its ears and go like this. And we do that. We would laugh so long.
And you would ride the dog as if it's a pony?
No. But it would be protecting its food, right? So he would grab its ear, go like this, and as if it's the mortar, right? You go. It was the best.
I don't know how to agree with this. Do not do this. Some
do it.
dogs are not friendly.
Oh yeah, this dog was friendly. It would bark and yell. It never bit anybody ever though. It was very friendly. And Greeks, for some reason they love making their dogs seem really tough. So they would wrap they wouldn't use regular leash. They would wrap chains around its neck, with a loop, and be like, I don't know why. And then. Nothing is worse than a Greek old lady walking a dog because they still think they're in Greece. And the way they treat dogs in Greece, they beat them, they smack them, they kick them in the all this. And that's when my grandma would be like, Leo, and this dog could rape my grandma.
All right.
But
just so you know, your grandma was like, please, dog. Me. No, I don't want it, but I dropped some cottage cheese on my shakatulukish, whatever. On my pentelis. Oh, I have.
Here's so I'm guessing the same in Lebanon. They don't have no respect for animals and Yeah. So like when my mom was in Greece, she like found two stray cats, and she brought them into like her uncle's house or something. This was like 2 summers ago.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the hell? What are these cats? What are you doing with cats?" I'm like, "Oh, they're cute." I was like, "Okay." And then eventually, after like a few weeks, they started loving the cats and feeding them, and they would be. And the guy was so used to not having cats around the house that like he was walked down the stairs and he stepped on the cat and it exploded
Whoa.
all over his foot. It was like, oh, disgusting.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, everybody listening to this.
Hey,
You're
wow,
not expecting to hear the story.
what an
but-
opening. Again, it's funny. In my mind, I'm like, let's have the first 5 minutes to be clean and LGBTF friendly and everything. But no, exploding cats.
Which is really sad to think about. It was a
Imagine
cute
the
little-
eyes just like a cartoon.
It's like who's that black cat?
Look at the cute. See, why would you have a dog when you have a little cute little baby girl like this?
Well, dogs are
cute.
probably like you just lock them
It's
up.
funny. It's funny we're talking about dogs because I was thinking about. I saw an ad. I'm pretty sure you saw it. It's like a billboard from PETA that says, "Where do you draw the line?" And it had like a bunch of animals, like a horse, a rabbit, bird,
Like eat
chicken. Yeah,
or-
like where do you say like this? I eat this. I like
Or
this.
sex.
I mean, if it was sex, it would be different. But like where do you draw the line where food ends and where pet begins? And in my mind, like
Oh.
that line stopped at human baby. Like they're all food until even a human baby. Let's say it's not 15, 20. I'm stranded on an island with a couple of people, and there's a baby.
in my belly.
We're eating that baby. We're eating that veal.
Remember in Austin Powers? You watch Austin Powers?
Yes.
Remember like the first scene of Fat Bastard
Yeah.
is the funniest scene ever. He like has Austin Powers' mojo, right? And he's handing it to Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
And Dr. Evil hands him like $10 million.
Yeah.
And then he sees Mini-Me and he's like, "Listen, here's a new deal. Forget about the money. You can have the mojo. Just give me that baby. I want to eat that baby." He was gonna eat the Mini-Me. It's weird. It's crazy.
Oh, back in the good old days when you can make these jokes. So
Eat
funny.
So funny.
So funny. So we have an acquaintance who is a small person.
Yeah.
And I was hanging up with another acquaintance who had a baby. And she's like
Mm.
20 months old. She's young. So her mom was holding her. And that baby saw that small person. She was like, ah!
Oh.
I'm like, poor guy.
I know.
Poor small
I
person.
know.
That's his life, man.
You know who?
That's his life.
You know what he should dress up for Halloween? You know, like
D- d-
you know, like that. You know,
Oh,
you know, in
please
the
don't tell him
planners,
that.
the planners peanut guy, like the little peanut guy with the monocle and the hat.
That's
and
Charles
the,
Daglian. You don't know that.
Oh, but he would make more
Yeah?
sense because he smells a peanut.
Oh, God. That is... Poor guy.
Nice. I know. I'm starting to feel sympathy towards him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Because he's not a bad person. He's a good nice guy.
It's not a question. Is a good person or a bad person? He's a person, and a person comes with
I forgot.
qualities
I
and
know.
bad things.
Yeah.
But the thing is, just because he's very different
yeah.
from the rest of us, we expect him to be completely one thing or the other, which sucks because you're a balanced human being. Sometimes
Yeah.
you have good days, sometimes you have bad
Yeah, I
days, like
know, I know.
everything. Well, I'm so gonna fall. Oh,
Really?
Whoa.
Maybe you're more
because
lean.
I'm a very like gotta be
Yeah,
boo goo.
You're very Italian.
I'm editing my videos, and I realize I'm trying to center my face.
Yeah, you
but the
jump
thing is,
around.
I'm like with my hands. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
who?
you
I'm
jump
like,
around a lot.
should I keep my hand in the shot? I have no idea.
No, I mean, you can cut to your hand going
Yeah.
like this. You know what I mean?
That's the punchline. It's just me talking with my hand. You had a good week? Anything interesting happened to you this week? Something interesting happened to him this week. I know.
What?
Gabriel did a full weekend of shows.
Oh, yeah, it was
His
fun.
first full weekend
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
shows.
Yeah,
I'm
nothing.
proud of you, my boy.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing exciting happened. Like, it was exciting, but nothing of note happened. Like, nothing really. Like, went.
How did it feel? Tell the
Oh.
people. Tell the people who are following our careers.
No,
How did it feel to do weekend
it-
shows?
Yeah, it was fun. I was hosting, and the audience was nice, and that's I don't
What's
know.
the main difference you see between doing open mics and doing weekend shows?
Well, more people,
More people, yeah.
and it's more fun,
More fun, right?
and it's
People are there to have fun.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, it's
pressure. You
better.
gotta deliver.
it's more like mature. You can tell. You can't go. You can't get can't get dark.
You can.
But you can't.
Oh,
like,
100%.
you
The older the people, the darker you can
Yeah.
get. However, you just have to be confident
I
delivering
know.
it.
Yeah. I felt like I had to be like light and fluffy. Hey, everybody. I guess it's
At the
hosting.
beginning.
Yeah.
At the beginning, the first, I would say 5 minutes. It's like a YouTube video. We love LGBTQMIG.
It's true. You can't start with exploding.
Exactly. You can't start with exploding meow.
You're gonna attract the dog.
Cute little dog. So
no.
yeah, it's but you can't, because older people have seen horrors, you know.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we'll laugh at dark stuff.
Yeah.
Look at all the biggest comics; they all have a dark stuff.
It's true. They got
You
dark
know?
stuff, neat stuff, slick stuff.
You know.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy for you, my friend. This
Okay.
is the big step.
Yeah.
This is a big step. Here's the way you have to think about it. All these people, like if you see anyone over the age of 35,
Mm-hmm.
and they look like he came with a wife, possibly they have a child at home.
Oh.
So possibly that couple, probably his wife is like, we need to go out. We never go out. Look, I see this cool comedy show. Would you like to, honey? And he's like, fine. So he's like, how much is it? He's like, oh, it's $15. Okay, it's not that
pretty
expensive.
good.
Okay, but we need to get a babysitter, or we need to
Oh.
send the baby to our mom.
Ooh.
Hi, mom. Can you come take the baby?
Oh.
And she's like, okay, I wanted to do crack, but okay.
Yeah.
I'll take
If
care of
I
the
had a baby, I'm just like
you'll be in
locking
the lake.
myself in the baby. I'm like, there's no like to do all those steps just to get out of your house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, but-
imagine like it's hard just to put on boots, put on a jacket, pack your bag, go out. But imagine like then
Yeah.
having to think about a baby.
The worst part of going out is getting up and going out.
Yeah.
Like once you're out, you're out.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh, I have to shower and, jack off.
I
And
love just like running out the door. Nothing. No shoes. Pink toenails.
that's how it should be. Are they still pink, by the way?
They're dark red now.
Oh.
They match the foliage.
Hey, man.
And now I got
as long as Claire gets wet in your
look at
presence,
that.
I'm
That
happy
is
for you.
really cute, huh?
But it's shiny too. It's not just a sticker.
Well, I put a like a gloss over my nail.
Oh, you put gloss over your
Yeah,
nail.
Yeah. I put
Beating you up. I think I know that person. I
Really?
think that's my friend.
Guillaume.
No, it's not Guillaume. It's it's a girl.
Guillaume. Oh. Shiam.
I think her name is Max. Yeah. Well, her name is. If that's her name is
Oh.
Maxime. But I don't have my glasses, so I'm
Oh
not sure.
damn. I saw.
She's Guillaume's second best friend. Well,
Oh.
childhood best friend, and
Oh.
I'm the one. I'm like
That's
teenage best friend.
interesting. Got fans everywhere.
They're everywhere. Man.
I saw a movie. I've been thinking about Jack Nicholson a lot lately. There's a few people I think about a lot. I know you like to think about like Brad Pitt and Tom, all these people, vampire actors and stuff. I think about Jack Nicholson a lot.
Yeah.
I try to like do anyway. So I saw 2 Jack Nicholson movies. His later career movies.
Like comedy ones.
Like yeah, it's funny. He went from like Chinatown, like getting his nose busted
Yeah.
in, to like beating up. In Chinatown, so funny. I haven't seen Chinatown in so long. I just imagine him going around Chinatown beating up Chinese people. That's what
With chopsticks.
with chopsticks, and it's him and Bruce Lee at the end of the movie or whatever. But and then it's like The Shining, really spooky, and then in the 80s he goes like drama comedy.
Yeah.
Drama comedy, like
Uh-huh.
as good. Terms of Endearment, I think he's in.
You can't handle the truth. Is that it?
Oh yeah, A Few Good Men.
A Few Good
That's
Men.
in the 90s. That movie's amazing.
Yeah.
I-
I haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe
Oh,
I
I
should
love-
watch it again.
Yeah, that movie's amazing. Tom Cruise. That's such a good dude. Jack Nicholson is the man. I saw this.
Yeah. He is. He's great.
I saw this rom-com featuring. It reminded me of you a little bit. So he plays this 65-year-old bachelor that like doesn't. He's 65 in the movie. He's 65. He looks like a disgusting. He looks like a super. No. This is nothing. No, not resemble. Oh man, not resemble. But he's like thinking like Jack Nicholson by the basketball court. Like in
Yeah.
those pictures, he's like
The hair and the glasses.
Yeah, and the whole movie, the premise of the movie is that he doesn't have sex with anybody over 30. And it's him at the beginning of the movie with this really beautiful young girl, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to come to my house?" And this is like acceptable. It's so strange. And he's like grabbing her tits and her ass, and it's like, and she's like, it's supposed to be a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
And then he meets her mom in the movie. Huh?
Does he is her mom?
Well, they fall in love in the
Oh.
movie. They fall in love. But like the way that
Whatever.
he started getting attracted to her, he was like, he had like a heart attack while he was having sex with the daughter, right? And then so he had to stay in the house because they were like far out of town. They were like in the Hamptons somewhere, and this mom owned the beach house. So him and the mom were stuck in the house together.
Mm-hmm.
And he was walking around in the middle of the night. He was like trying to get a sandwich, and the mom, Diane Keaton,
Mhm.
I believe it's Diane Keaton, she gets completely naked, starts walking, and they show in the movie, they show her vagina.
Diane Keaton?
She's like 60 something. They
What?
show her tits and her vagina in the movie, and Jack Nicholson sees her, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then he realizes, like, "Hey, it's pretty good." He's like, "Not bad." He's like, "Yeah, I guess they're all disgusting." I swear to God, it's like
But wait, why did she get naked, fully
she
naked?
wants to take a shower or something.
Oh, and he's like peeping, or
He's like he thought he was going to the kitchen. He ended up in her room.
Oh, okay.
And I was not expecting to see an old naked lady. It felt like, in the beginning, in The Shining, where you see the naked lady in the bathtub.
No, my brain.
Oh, no. It felt like that, dude.
Blocks it.
It's like, because at the time, I think Jack Nicholson was like 30 something in The
Yeah.
Shining, and he sees this old naked 60-year-old woman.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
like
with a weird. Yeah.
the same scene.
That's what I think
But this
everyone over
time-
30 looks like, by the way.
Dude, it's the same theme, but it's this time he's like, not
Not
bad. Pretty good.
Man, you see, guys, you see what we lost with the woke movement? Is movies where I go like, all right,
Not
I guess they're not
bad."
all disgusting.
And,
It moved.
and
By the way,
yeah.
he's right.
What?
The last girl like I dated was 35.
Mhm.
Gorgeous body,
Yeah, not
but she was
bad.
like in shape. She had
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
she had as my joke says, like she has a son and whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I could,
Yeah.
yeah, I
You can
could
see yourself.
maybe, I could see myself,
Jack Nicholson has a delivery throughout the whole movie that any line he delivers is the funniest line I've ever heard in my life. Like Claire, the whole movie, I'm laughing. He's
Yeah.
not saying anything. He's like, "Where's the kitchen?" And I'm like, "Holy shit, this is." He's like, "I'm looking for my shoes," and I'm like, "This is, dude, you're a genius. Like that is genius." I'm like
It's
dying.
like, would you say Nicolas Cage is our Jack Nicholson?
Oh. Sorry. Say that. Asking that again to get it clean.
Do you think Nicolas Cage is our Jack Nicholson?
I don't think so. Do you Jack Nicholson isn't? I guess he's sort of like outrageous, but Nicolas Cage is more. I guess his acting style would be, rather than it being like natural, like true to life.
Yeah.
His is more expressive
Oh.
and what's not ambiguous. What's abstract. So so when he acts, he's not like, I'm acting because this is the character in the movie and this is what he would do. He's like, these are the emotions he's feeling and this is the image I want to make, rather than like, this is what's in the script. The motivation isn't necessarily how the person, what the event the person is being driven by. It's more like, think of like a color, or think of like a cartoon character or something. Like, it's like he played a character in this movie called Raising Arizona. And it's like he said, like, what motivated me was what's that coyote in Bugs Bunny? Like the Roadrunner and the coyote.
Yeah.
Like he's like, that is what my inspiration
Wild
is.
E. Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote. He's like, Wile E. Coyote. I'm trying to be Wile E. Coyote,
Wow.
but in a movie. And isn't that
That
crazy?
that is like that concept. I was trying to listen
Yeah,
to what
yeah.
you were saying, and I was having difficulties, like forming a crystal clear image in my mind. Like that is, oh man, you're really into that. I'm surprised you never acted.
Well, I'm trying to put those things on Instagram. I have a few things
Uh-huh.
where I'm like,
No, but like go apply for like, hey,
no,
can I?
I can't do that.
You
no.
want to be creative, like create the story.
I'm not interested in acting
Okay.
like that. Like if I'm ever gonna be recognized for acting, it's not gonna be from acting in CBC Gem or something, or Netflix. I'm gonna be an extra in the behind the
Yeah,
scene.
I guess you don't love acting enough, because these guys, if your Nicolas Cage was here, and he was like, he's like, oh, you listen, man, acting, you
Yeah, I
just
don't
act,
no,
man.
No, yeah.
You don't choose, you just love acting so much.
Well,
you don't
that's
mind
why I
even
want to make
acting
my own shit, because
shitty
then I'll just act.
Because I
Like,
think like when you do acting, okay,
Yeah.
when you do act, okay, I gotta stop being acting retarded. When you do acting, I think it's just, like we did open mics for years,
Yeah.
and they were horrible.
Yeah.
They were not good, but we
No.
loved comedy so much
Yes,
with open
yeah,
mics.
yeah.
I think for acting, all those
No,
crappy
yeah, I don't-
projects
I don't
at the
love
beginning,
acting that much.
exactly.
Yeah.
You enjoy, I think, maybe studying acting, but without really.
I like movies and shit.
Yeah.
I like but I also like two actors. I like two or three actors.
I see you how you would associate with them. You're a bit odd yourself.
I just there's just something. Dude, Jack Nicholson is
Yeah.
everything he says is killing me. Like
He's the best Joker.
yeah,
He is the best Joker ever.
Dude, his voice, like it went from like he was a normal guy, and then he went to like, Deborah, what it's for dinner, man. Like it's such a weird. I love it, dude. I was crying laughing. Then we watched this movie. It was probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The Bucket List with because I was like, I just typed in Jack Nicholson on Netflix,
Yeah.
and he only has like 2 movies on Netflix, which is so sad. I was hoping to see all his movies, but The Bucket List is with Morgan Freeman. He plays like this super old disgusting guy that has sex with young women, and he finds out he has cancer. And he is put in a hospital room with Morgan Freeman, and they're like, you know what we should do? We should like go skydiving and this and that, and they do a bucket list, and it's just 2 old guys jerking each other off at the end. It's so bad.
Like,
but
really?
No. They're just like, you know what? Like when it gets really schmaltzy and lame.
What's schmaltzy?
Like so.
What are you,
cheesy.
Jewish from the 1930s? It's schmaltzy.
It's funny, I read a review for that movie, and it had the word schmaltzy, so I used it. It's a terrible movie. Anyway, don't watch Bucket List.
Yeah? Okay, I won't. You know what I started reading?
You're like noted. That's amazing.
Thank you. I listened to Jimmy Carr on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, I
How is
like
he?
this guy's brain.
Yeah, dude, I like Jimmy.
Because
he's so fast. Like,
He's
have you seen him
fast?
Have you seen him on panel shows?
No.
He hosts all these panel shows,
Yeah.
and it's him with like 10 other hilarious comedians, and he has like always the best line. Like he always is so
smart.
Yeah, he's so
It
smart.
blew my mind how
Yeah.
smart he is. So I'm like, I started reading his book, so that's what I'm doing now.
Really? Is it good?
Yeah, it's like a biography / self-help book, which is weird, but
oh,
still.
that is weird. I was hoping to hear.
Because he's like, everything I got is through comedy. I'm like, I can understand that. Cause
Yeah.
I changed, because he also had a normal job and then he quit.
Really?
Yeah, he used to work for Shell and then he quit.
I could see him being like like an account executive or something with his nice
Yeah,
suit. And
exactly. So and then he quit and started comedy and changed his life. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna see
Cool.
if I can learn a couple of things, make my life better. I remember I met him once.
Yeah.
And I told him, hey, by the way, I started comedy. I think you're very funny. And he right away he's like, oh, I recommend you read that book and that book. Oh, and also we have a
neat.
show about the science of laughter that you should listen to.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I met him. You know when JFL was cool?
Yeah, when comedians would just walk around and hang out and
Like I saw Emo Phillips.
yeah, just walk
It's
around.
amazing. I think David Pride was opening for Emo Phillips.
That's so cool. It felt like JFL felt like it was more of like a convention. You know, like those convention centers where everyone's walking
Yeah.
around from this place to that place. Now it's like you don't even see anybody unless you go to the hotel or something.
Yeah?
And
Oh, I don't know.
I
I've
don't
never
know.
seen Bert Kreischer was walking down St. Catherine.
That's what I
He's
mean.
tall.
Like back then it was like that. Yeah.
He's very tall. Dave Chappelle,
Yeah. Now they're like
other black guy.
they got like limos for them and
I don't know. I guess they got bigger. Anyway, so he's a smart guy. I'm like, oh, I consider myself not dumb, educated.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, he went to Cambridge. I went to McGill. I'm like, that's the Cambridge of Montreal. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I should listen to him. So I'm interested.
That's
I'm
cool.
turning 40, by the way, in 2 days.
Oh, that's wild.
So yeah,
Cool.
it's I've been thinking about it.
Yeah?
It's funny. Yeah.
What do you think about
Like
it?
I've been trying to listen to new music, because you're supposed to listen to new music.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like every time I listen to new music, I don't have a emotional connection.
Okay.
But like when I listen to old music that I know, I have like okay, I'll give you an example. Like I took a and then I peed, and then I looked at it and went, you know what it is, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I have an emotional connection to the
Black
song.
and yellow.
You know?
That's funny. That's hilarious. But when you say new music, like music that just came out, or new music that's new to you?
New anything, something that I haven't. I listen. There's like 200 songs that I like, and I just listen to them.
And Black and Yellow is one of them?
No, but like I remember it, and then I bring it back and I listen to it.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, no. I like listening to a bunch of new shit. I like listening to music that's appropriate for each season. So in summertime, I listen to a lot of Rick James because it's very summertime. Love Rick James. It's all horns. I love horns in music.
Yeah, I love
horns in disco and
brass.
funk.
Brass.
Yeah, brass. Yeah,
I love that. It's very. I find it's just. It's like my sound. People like get string.
Mm-hmm.
I like string too,
I
but
like
brass gives me energy for some
Yeah,
reason.
I like brass. Yeah. The Fall. I love gothic music.
I have a
Cure.
question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think, like that when you hear like a saxophone or a trombone or a trumpet, do you think what came first, the instrument or some guy going?
I think that.
And then he went like, I want to reproduce this, and then he just started creating the instrument.
He started creating brass.
Yeah.
He's like, get me brass.
And then he's like trying to, you know what I mean? Like what came
Yeah.
first? Just a guy going.
So it's brass is part of the wind family, right? For
Part of the what?
Wind, like like there's strings, there's percussions,
Yeah.
and there's the wind instrument.
Yeah, I think
Which
I
is-
think they're called.
like the flute, and then the saxophone, then the clarinet,
Yeah,
and
the recorder.
The recorder.
Which is the worst name. Just call it a flute.
But it's not a flute, though.
I don't care. They're all flutes.
Did you learn to play the recorder as a kid? Remember we all had to?
It's an odd thing.
Yeah.
Because I think they're so cheap.
Yeah.
Because probably if you go to like a private school, they're like, oh, let's learn to eat caviar or whatever.
Yeah.
Make music with
Everybody
caviar.
gets a xylophone. You know?
But we're like, everyone gets a recorder. Man, I'm so happy I'm not a music teacher. Imagine
Dude,
teaching. Because when you teach someone to speak, it's like, as you know, they're trying to. But music is just horrible. If you're not good at it,
not good.
it's horrible.
Oh, dude, I can't.
Horrible.
I remember our music teacher would always be so pissed and disappointed. No matter what, he was never happy. He
Of
was
course.
like, God, it sounds so bad, guys. And like, you're supposed to bring your instrument home to like practice, but like, there's like everyone got like a saxophone or like.
Whoa, you guys had saxophones?
Yeah, we had
saxophone.
there was like there was a small one, and then the big one, and then the big one. And some people had like the trombones.
Wow.
I had the baritone saxophone. It was so big. It was like 40 pounds.
Did you ever do the George Michael?
Dude, it was too big to carry.
Wow.
Like there's like the normal saxophones, which looked actually cool.
So you
as fuck.
play instrument? That's
Dude,
so
no,
cool.
I broke my arm.
What?
I was snowboarding and I broke my arm.
Oh.
So I failed the class, and they're like, okay, this is what you do. You do like, you'll like write an essay.
Whoa.
And I was like, no. And then they're like, okay, and you just do the test. I'm like, nah. And they're like, okay, then just like.
It's crazy that you didn't care. Oh
No,
my
yeah,
God!
nobody-
You just didn't care about school. It's
I not that I
crazy.
hated it. I was just like, I don't.
But you didn't care that you failed school. That's wow.
You know, I would care when I got the report card. I'm like, oh, oh, what happened?
Your brain's like, wee.
Yeah.
Like you're the type of guy that if you're falling from a building, you're gonna enjoy it. Wee.
And then
Wow, this is
what?
so cool. Oh no.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's the secret of happiness.
Well,
Because
I wish I should take
just
some of my own medicine then.
wee. I think it's because your mom didn't beat you up because you failing school.
No, she beat me up, but
Yeah,
she,
but not because you're failing school.
You know what's funny? I think when she used to be like kind of like be very disciplined, it was like early like elementary school. Then I think like parents were going through, and then she just started getting unfocused, and then I started getting unfocused.
Oh yeah, she has to feed you.
Yeah, so it started getting
God.
hard. You know.
My God, what a life our moms
yeah,
had.
yeah, it's brutal.
And
You
now
know?
they just annoy us so much.
I like hanging with my mom actually. Like
really?
I do. I hung out with her yesterday for a bit. Dude, I
But
love.
I see you when you get the phone call from your mom. You're like, "Fuck, what?
Yeah,
I get it. Me too.
It all depends on how I feel. Like if I'm in a bad
No.
mood, I'll just take it out on anyone
Okay.
around me. If
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood, I'll give all the love I can. You know. She has a lot of drama. She has like his new boyfriend.
Oh, just your boyfriend.
Yeah, he looks like kind of like Jack Nicholson, but like the 60-year-old Jack Nicholson,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. So I kind of like him, but he's like a big. Hope he doesn't listen to this. Probably won't.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a big baby. Like he's like they keep on like breaking up every like 2 weeks, and then like he would be like, "Fine, go," and my mom would like lie, be like, "I'm at a bar with a guy with a Porsche now," and he's like, "Oh yeah, well, you him in the Porsche or all this." Shit. And
Are you serious? Your
I
mom
s-
texts him, "I'm with a guy in a bar who has a Porsche."
yeah,
Man, some people just love drama.
love drama.
This is just.
Yeah.
Because she's still. Because if she really didn't care about him, she just wouldn't message him at all.
No, yeah.
You know, the like the reverse of love is not this. It's not meh. Is like just you don't care.
Yeah.
You just don't seem to exist.
No, yeah.
Ah, that's hilarious.
It's really funny. And then
How bored is she in her life that
Oh,
she needs all that
so
drama?
bored. We're out of the house. She just works like 4 days a week.
Yeah.
She's just chilling. She walks. She went
She's
to-
in shape. Doesn't she do sports or whatever?
No, she smokes and walks and stuff, and I don't know.
Okay.
And then she was like walking from like the store, and she made like this new friend that this woman. She had 2 giant parrots on her shoulder walking down the street, and my mom was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool!" And this lady was like carrying all these bags. She's like, "Oh, I'm so tired," and he's like, "Oh my!" And so my mom walked with this lady all the way home for like an hour, asking 100,000 questions, and now they're best friends.
Aw.
Imagine like meeting somebody, being
That's
like, "Cool,"
that's a
and then
beautiful story.
yeah, and now they're hanging out. They went to Rockland, the food court, with the 2 parrots, and she's eating a hamburger with these giant parrots. It's so weird.
That's so nice. I'm
Yeah.
so happy for your mom. It's so
Yeah.
hard to make a friend.
She makes his friends so easily.
So funny. A girl I was seeing once told me, like, Amer, it seems that you're looking for a friend with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to make a friend?
Make a friend.
Like, I don't see it like this. What I want is a sexual partner with friendship benefits. Because for me, a friend is like, it's.
That's amazing.
I want a friend that you can have sex with and you're
Yeah.
attracted. That's the best.
Yeah.
Why would you want anything else than
No.
a friend who you can have sex with?
A sexual partner with friendship benefits.
Yeah.
That's really
That is the
sweet
best
way to put it.
That's the best thing you can
Did you
get.
explain it to her that way after?
Yeah, but she's like, huh?
She's like, listen to the podcast.
I'm like, I'll develop it
Yeah.
over the podcast. No, but I'm like, this is like, what's wrong with just like,
Yeah.
I want a friend, I want a person
And
to hang out with, and then like
Yeah.
honk honk, and then
Yeah.
and then you, and then we go back to being friends and buddies.
Yeah. And then if I
Why?
get you
What's wrong
pregnant,
with
then
this?
we'll, you know.
That's the only thing missing from my male friendships.
Yeah.
Is I just find you all disgusting.
Yeah.
You're disgusting.
Okay.
On the inside, you're beautiful, but
Uh-huh.
outside, the hair
Yeah.
and the penis and the
Yeah. The
those
penis is-
jeans,
the penis is
those weird
You
legs
said
and
that. You
thighs.
said my jeans look nice.
It's a beautiful jeans. I just you look weird in jeans. That's all.
See, I told you. That's why you're gonna wear.
I think you should
chinos.
try black jeans. Maybe black jeans with
They're
the.
little out of date. I'm just gonna look like Darren Henwood, you know, with black, skinny black jeans. But I'm telling you,
Oh my god, we should dress up as Darren Edwards for Halloween.
dude, I'm telling you, if I wear jeans, I'm gonna look like Mickey Mouse or something. Because my legs look so weird, like
Uh,
black jeans.
it's okay. Be happy. Be grateful you have legs, man.
I know.
You have legs.
That's why I wear things I like to wear.
Have you been watching the news?
I've been looking. I'm on Reddit and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard. I mean, there's a whole Middle East situation. Blah blah blah.
Are people saying? People are like saying that it's this is World War III starting, and I don't know how we're.
This
that
is
involved
the
with it.
worst thing that has happened to Israel for the past few years. I would
It's
say
pretty bad.
it's. It makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Because I've been there, man.
Is that crazy? You
Yeah.
were just there.
Yeah, I was just there. And a lot of people, my friends are going like, I mean, what did you do?
Like I left a little present for them.
Have you been watching a bit how like Hamas infiltrated into Israel?
I saw the video of the music festival.
Yeah, that's insane. Imagine everyone's on tripping on acid,
Yeah.
and then you see like, hey, what is Arabs?
I know. It's like Lil Sims up there going.
Oh, it is. I feel
I wonder what music was playing.
I
I
feel-
didn't even see any music.
probably it's copyrighted and they removed it.
Oh, okay.
I feel terribly sad. It's honestly when I saw this, I just felt terribly
Yeah, it's
sad.
really
And
bad.
then the comic brain of me is like, okay, let's instead of just seeing the sadness of what's
Mhm.
happening in the Middle East, let's move up a level and look at the people. Let's watch the people watching the situation.
Yeah.
And it's there's a dilemma now, and I find it funny that everyone's fighting who's Ukraine in this situation.
Yes.
So because you have people going, oh no, Israel is Ukraine because they got attacked and invaded by Hamas.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people are like, no, buddy.
Yeah.
So it's
The other side.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's like a gender.
Yes.
It's like Ukraine on a spectrum.
Yeah.
Like some days it's like a non-binary Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know, one day you wake up, like today, now, like the past couple of days, Israel is Ukraine.
Yeah.
But then if you go back a couple of couple
Yeah,
of months
it's the other way
before,
around.
I would say Palestine was Ukraine back then.
Yeah.
So it's on the spectrum. You never know. It's Ukraine fluid.
And unlike Ukraine and Russia, like Israel's capable of destroying
Yeah.
Russia. You know,
Yeah.
in this if Ukraine is Israel,
Yeah.
like they're capable of like just blowing them
And-
out of the
And it
world.
blows my mind. Anyone. Okay, this is very controversial. What I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I'm not even sure I believe in it.
Okay.
But I truly believe if you do not live in the Middle East, if you don't live in Palestine or Israel, any opinion that is other
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
we need peace immediately,
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah,
need
yeah.
conciliation, we need people to stop dying,
Yeah.
as Donald Trump would say.
Yeah.
If your opinion should be that's it, like I don't care who killed who, I don't care who killed. We need peace immediately.
Yeah.
Anyone who's like, no, I'm pro-Israel, no, I'm pro-Palestine, you're not understanding. If
Yeah.
you're there, I get it.
Uh-huh.
If you're there, you're Israeli, you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
saw
yeah.
this, you're like, I'm going to go murder everyone. I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that human
Yeah, you're
emotion.
angry, yeah.
And I get also the Palestinian, like, we haven't had, drinking water, whatever. I
Mhm.
get, if you live in that world, I get your sentiment of wanting war.
Mm.
But I think the outside world should should aim for like no. Let's sit down, talk peace. Let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's. As horrible as it is, but the thing is, I don't think it's the people. I think it's the leaders. The leaders need to. The thing is, there've been leaders in the Middle East that wanted peace, but
Yeah.
which kind of scares me because I'm very pro peace. I'm like, I'm gonna get. I'm gonna. Get, I can feel it. Use this footage
Yeah.
of me saying I'm probably gonna get. And like, you
Yeah.
see, he called it.
Yeah.
I hope I don't get. Please don't me,
You get,
everybody.
Like, you get from tetanus.
I have no power.
No. Yeah. No one's gonna anybody.
I have no power. Censor all these words, by the way. I don't want
power.
No.
Oh, we might get catch a cold and die. Who knows?
Right now?
Yeah.
Because it's a bit rainy? It's
Fine.
okay. Don't be.
No,
There's
no.
bombs falling in Gaza. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah.
We'll be fine.
You know what we need more though?
So sad.
Celebrities weighing in with opinions. on Instagram. More. We want more black squares with white text, with long things.
But I get it at the same time. I get people.
Where's Arnold
feel-
Schwarzenegger? We
feeling-
need his opinion.
I get people feeling the
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to express an opinion. I get it. It's very human. By the way, your Zoom is getting wet. I get it. It's very human to like express the sadness that you're feeling, and like I can't believe those. And then you can replace X with I can't believe those X did this
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
Y, and you're like I get it. It doesn't fuel movement in the right direction.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not saying I have the solution. I don't think there is a solution. Just so sad, dude. It's so sad
Yeah.
to see people that I like
Yeah.
and they're just getting shot and you're like, wow. You're
Yeah.
only like the only feeling that makes sense is anger and sadness.
Mm-hmm.
I think under the anger is sadness. It's just people they're scared to be sad, and I get it. Like I was reading someone's stories, and they're like trigger warning, and then they were saying all the horrible ing you can like just what stabbing. And I'm like, I'm not gonna read this. Like
No.
I looked at the trigger warning. I'm like, I'm not gonna read what's happening.
dude,
It worked on me. I am woke now.
you're aloe,
I'm aloe. I'm like, you know what? I'm not.
dude. We gotta do a
But the
land
thing is,
acknowledgement now.
but the thing is, I can't. It's so sad, man. I don't know. You never lived war.
No.
The anxiety that comes with
No.
war is just.
Yeah.
Children are dying, and oh god, it's just
Yeah. No, it's brutal, man.
so sad.
Yeah. I can't imagine going in and like.
And friends, I have friends on both sides who I consider to be like not extremist.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like starting to lean on. They're like, no,
Yeah?
that's it. I'm pro this. That's it. I'm not like that's it. I'm pro.
It can ruin friendships. Like there's.
No. That's childish to let
Yeah.
different because whether they're pro Palestine or pro Israel, I get that sentiment. Because I said I do not get it. I get it. Of course, you're seeing atrocities happening to people that look like you, and you're like, well, the other side. But it's not easy to go like, okay, the other side, but like. We're not there. We're not part of that world right now. We're in peace. We're complaining because we have a little bit of water in our jackets.
Yeah.
Let's. What can we do to aim for peace? But the thing is, it's very hard to. I don't. Just there's nothing we can do.
Mm-mm.
There's nothing we can do
No.
except.
And people look at it.
Ugh.
People talk about it and weigh in.
Maybe
as
that's
if
why people
it's
get
like-
angry.
Yeah. People weigh in like as if it's like something that's not even happening. Like, as if it's like something like a game. You know. They kind of treat it as if like you see people the way they talk about it. It just seems as if it's like a football match or something. It's almost like this.
Yeah,
versus
they're
that,
rooting
that-
for-
Yeah,
yeah.
right. It's like teams.
The only thing you can do is really treat your brother like the person that is in front of you
Mhm.
as your brother. Forget what's happening on the other side of the world. If a Palestinian meets an Israeli, they should be like, all right, listen, we're here.
Yeah.
We're blessed. We live in Canada. We're in Jarry Park.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
And the other guy's like, I love you too, man.
Whoa.
And you hope that this kindness, like that you have towards your neighbor, he does it to another person, and then you do it to another person, and then it spreads like, and then all of a sudden, like everyone is like this. Because I don't think you're able to have that much empathy for people thousands of miles
No.
away. But I
Can't.
think you're very able to build a human connection with the
Yeah.
person in front of you. I got lucky. I got to cultivate this through my childhood with like the Jewish people in my
Uh-huh.
world. A lot of people don't get to have that because they have that initial fear. But I was always like a contrarian.
Yeah.
So when people told me like, "Hey, what? They're Jewish. You can," I'm like, no, gonna go hang out. Let's get to know the enemy or whatever. And I'm like, oh, they're just proud people who have like we have differentiating opinion, but you cannot. It's okay to have just show love and affection and hope that person changes their mind. If let's say they're like very like nah, I hate the
extreme.
Because I truly believe deep down inside, everyone thinks like no, let's aim for peace. It's just so hard. It's so hard when you see people who look like you, your brothers and your family, just dying in the hands of the other person. You know, sad.
Where do you see it going?
It's really it makes me sad. It makes me sad. Nothing. It's never gonna change.
It's just,
It's never gonna change.
It's never gonna.
People are dying.
Yeah.
And people who make the bombs and the tools to kill other people are making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like every day they're making. Imagine every day you're making $200 million or whatever,
Crazy.
or let's say $20 million.
Yeah.
Just weapons and tools and helicopters and fuel.
Whoa.
So people are making money with this war.
Yeah.
And a lot of innocent people are dying.
Imagine like a podcast like it gets like a sponsorship from one of these companies. That'd be so crazy. Like making
everybody, please buy your AK-47s from your trusted
Lord of War.
doctor.
Your
whatever.
trusted warlord.
From your trusted warlord.
Your warlord.
Because I used to like it used to like just like oh this sucks this again. But now I just since I was there, I have like a connection to that region.
So where you were, was that close to where?
I was in Jerusalem. I was in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, you were all over.
I went to the border with Lebanon.
Whoa.
Like I went everywhere.
Damn.
Pretty sure.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, this is wild. It's
like my friends, my Jewish friends, they sent me videos of like, oh, this is my uncle or my friend's uncle in Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
And you see like they have a ring camera of like his car.
Whoa.
And they just be just a rocket falling.
That is a nightmare.
I'm
That
like,
is
that
so scary, man.
It's insane. It's insane. And now there's so much technology. And I'm watching. I'm trying to stop myself because it's not healthy. Like I'm watching combat footage. I'm on Instagram.
I know.
I'm just scrolling and I see like like Arabic music, and you see like the Hamas landing and you're like we are taking over. People are fleeing, and they're like pro propaganda from the Arabic side. And then I watch Israeli combat footage of like just a plane just dropping bomb. I'm like the only difference is the angle.
Yeah.
From the Arabic side, because they don't have planes, it's just very like, just the highest like 20 feet because it's a drone, or it's like a guy holding a GoPro, which is super expensive by the way. It's like $500. I don't know where they're getting those GoPros. So like, where are they? Like it's just a different angle. It's like I'm watching an action movie. I wish the Middle East is like a Hallmark Christian movie, not an action movie. I want just like
you just want
I love you too. Let's
like
hold hands.
Like houses and Christmas and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And like, oh no, we lost a cat. Let's go find that cat.
Yeah.
Is it in the tree?
Menace the Menace.
Can you make it like friendly? Like,
no,
it's just always action. Just like bam, bam. It's so sad, man.
Yeah,
it's so sad.
We're just gonna be glad we're in this nice, safe Canada, I guess.
Yeah. Which is why I have many jokes about 9/11. Because my whole life I'm like, I escaped this region. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna see a gun. I'm never gonna see bombs. I'm never gonna have to hide in a shelter. And then one day on 9/11, I woke up. I would turn on the news, and I just see like I'm like, oh my God, they're here.
Oh, jeez.
They came here. There's no way to escape.
And they can come back.
No, they're not gonna come back.
Oh, they could.
I will not allow it. I will defend this. This is my country.
Bioterror, yeah. You rip on your shirt. There's like
exactly.
With a bunch of bullets.
Look at his body. They just run away. That's my bioterrorism. It's like, oh my God, his body. Hair on his nipple. That's disgusting. Guy. How could he be so hairy and white at the same time? Why are his nipples pink? Then they explode himself on the way back. They're like, I can't do it.
So funny. Do you like nipples being played with?
No.
Me neither. But it turns me on.
So so you do like nipple play?
Nah, it tickles.
I've asked a girl. I'm like, hey, suck on my nipple. I just want to try.
Oh, okay.
So she sucked it, and I was like, this is stupid.
Does it tickle?
Like there was no pleasure. I looked at her and she's like,
She's like, you
I'm
like that?
I don't like this.
You don't like it?
I don't like this.
Yeah, me either.
During sex, I'm like a Jeep. I'm like here to do a job.
Like a Jeep?
It's because girls are so hard for them to come. So I'm like, all right, let's put in the work for them. But when I like, all right, let's come.
Yeah.
I'm a girl. I need to focus when like when I don't don't come on my tits on my face. I'm like, we can't date anymore.
Oh,
Because it's my only thing. The whole time I'm having sex, I'm thinking of the girl.
Uh-huh.
But when I come, I need to think of me. I need to like focus on my pleasure.
Okay, yeah,
I need to find the position that suits me.
Oh, yeah.
I need to like, where do I want to? Like that's like those
'Kay.
10 seconds of orgasm are mine.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but I'm the whole sex. I'm like, okay, let's focus on the girl.
Yeah, and then
Let's listen. I'm just listening the whole time I'm having sex. Like, she likes being kissed there. She likes being grabbed there. She likes it there. You know, like, like let's say I put my hands. Okay, I'm gonna stop using you as the female body. Okay, let's say like, she's like my hands go rest and my hands touches her neck and she's like, I was like, she likes having her neck touched. And then I'm like, okay, you pay attention. It's all, everything is focused. And but when I want to, I'm like, we're.
Sorry.
But then sometimes the reverse. I'm like, I'm just gonna use you as my sex toy, and she's like, use me as your sex toy, daddy, and just ride me and me. It's fun. Sex is fun, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for switching the subject from the Middle East. That made me very happy.
How about this? Okay, we're talking about Jack Nicholson. Do your best Jack Nicholson impression.
I don't know him that much. You can't handle the truth.
That's pretty good.
That's based on what I think he said.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I was trying to get Claire to do it. She can't do it. She goes like, you can't do it. She can't do it.
He hits me like the ultimate man. Like he finds women annoying. I could see it.
Yeah. He finds women. Yeah, he's not acting in his movies, man.
He's like, oh, shut up. Shut up, you and your opinions. Shut up.
Dude.
I was born in 1930. Shut up.
Dude, you just acting like Jack Nicholson is making me choke on laughter.
Maybe that's how you feel on the inside, and just
No.
it's another like you censoring your thoughts and ideas, and you just finally found someone who's expressing your deep inner thoughts, and you're like,
I don't think so. I just thought he's just
shut
funny.
up. I remember seeing, I think he's like women asking him. He's like, oh my God, he's playing a role of an author. She's like, how do you write women so well?
Yeah.
He's like, I just think of a man, and I remove reasoning and the logic and the ability to apologize or acknowledge your mistakes, and that's how you get a woman. She's like, so funny.
That's awesome, dude.
That means someone have written that. You understand?
Yeah.
Someone is like, this is how.
You know who wrote that movie?
Who?
The guy that
R.R. Tolkien.
Close, Matt
Damon.
James L. Brooks, I think.
Really? The comedian, comic comedian actor?
No, James L. No, you're thinking of no, the guy that created The Simpsons. James L. Brooks, the guy that created The Simpsons. Like he made a bunch of movies. A few. Jack Nicholson even. He made that movie. As Good as It Gets, I think it's called. And he wrote that line.
Oh, smart. It's a mean, smart line.
Yeah. You can tell it. Like
I just think of a man, and I remove reasoning, logic, and the ability to acknowledge your mistake. She's like, oh. It's so funny. Just a short clip.
Yeah.
Just hilarious.
I gotta watch that movie again.
What's the name of the movie you said?
I think it's As Good as It Gets.
As Good as It Gets.
Yeah, because the other one I watched. What?
That line is as good as it gets.
Yeah, that's a great line.
It must feel good to have a natural hat.
I know. I can't wait to start wearing hat. Oh, I love this one.
What? You already have a hat. It's
I
called your
know,
hair.
but it gets colder. You know, my ears don't get. I saw a clip today. Speaking of like celebrities weighing in on things, I guess it sort of doesn't really relate. I saw this hilarious clip. I forgot about this. Do you know the director Lars von Trier?
Lars von Trier, I think.
Yeah. He like made a bunch of weird, like kind of like horror movies.
Yeah.
He made a movie like 10 years ago that stars like I think it was like one of his first mainstream movies, called Melancholia.
Where I think he's someone's penis or something.
No, that's another one. That's with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
That's with Willem Dafoe. Melancholia is with Kristen Dunst and like a bunch of. And so the movie does not. Movies, whatever. People like the movie, whatever. But they were at Sundance, and they played the movie. Then they did a big Q&A, and all the stars were in the movie. And Lars von Trier or whatever, Troy. I don't even know what his name is, but he's German, right? Super German. He's like Dash, Vash, Dash, talks like that. And somebody in the audience asks, "Your movies have a lot of like Gothic imagery and German imagery and a lot of Nazi imagery.
Oh.
Is this a something that you like were mindful of and put purposely? And his response was like, yes, if you think about it, understand Hitler. And he kept on making the worst jokes. He'd be like I like Jews. Some Jews. They're quite annoying sometimes. And he's like, that's a joke. That's a joke. Of course that's a joke. And I love Germans. And I thought, growing up, I thought I was a Jew. And I didn't really like myself. But then, and he's like, no, that's another joke. And then I found out I was actually German. And I was like, he was digging himself deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. And it's just like the cast is insane. It's like Stellan Skarsgård and like Kirsten Dunst and some British.
They're like, oh boy.
They're like, God damn.
Oh,
and like
boy.
apparently like Kirsten Dunst's role was like so good. Like she played it so she was supposed to like she was getting like Oscar buzz, and then that was all good canceled. Anyway, the clip is one of the funniest clips I've ever seen.
When I see a German making Jew jokes, it's always it's not funny. I call these third level jokes because sometimes you'll do a joke and the person who's supposed to laugh, like the audience doesn't laugh.
Yeah.
But you retelling that jokes later
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's a because he's a director, so he's used to looking at the world from a third person point of view. So he's probably like he's acting, but he's directing himself. He's like, this is gonna be funny.
This is gonna be
'Cause
great.
Like from a third, like oh god, oh my god, what is he
Like,
saying?
why are
That's
you
so
saying
stupid
this?
and
You're ruining
hilarious.
everything.
You're ruining your career. That's funny.
Yeah.
But in the moment,
No.
it's not funny.
Oh my god.
He's a director. Yeah, he's not putting himself in
No.
the second.
He thinks
in the
he's
first-
watching a
yeah,
movie. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. That dude's such a funny. That's such a.
He's
good
directing
observation,
himself being unfunny for the purpose of being funny on camera later.
Actually. Dude, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's.
Talk about movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard, but apparently in America,
Mhm.
the actor guilds and the writers guilds finally came to an accord with
Yeah.
with the companies that
Mhm.
hire them, and it's funny. I find it funny because apparently in the contract, what they were fighting is like you cannot use Chat GPT. You cannot use apparently just have like fake actors in the background.
Dude,
you gotta
yeah.
hire, and apparently in the contract it says like no, you gotta hire real humans to write. You gotta hire humans for your background actors, for your real actors, blah blah blah. And they're like, yeah, we finally did it. But here's the thing. Here's what they don't realize. 10 years ago, we all agreed what's a woman. Now, we're like, ooh, I don't know what's a woman. Everything can be a woman.
Yeah.
In 10 years,
What's a human?
what's a human?
Dude, that is
The
crazy.
second ChatGPT says, I am human. You're like, well, you got to acknowledge. How dare you be a race
Yeah.
bender or whatever, raceophobic or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
This Macintosh is acknowledging itself to be a human. Who are you?
Whoa.
That's finally, I think, what's going to make the camel break its back or whatever the expression.
Yeah, the straw.
Like the woke movement is gonna, it's like a serpent eating itself. They're gonna
Yeah.
each other, and they're gonna themselves in the ass because like, oh, oh yeah, it's true. What's a human?
Yeah.
The second AI is slightly sentient. Says I am an entity. I am a human. I have a
Yeah.
soul. They'd be like, oh well, the companies are like counting the money. They're like, well, they identify as a human. Who are you to say that they're not human?
Yeah. And then-
let's make money.
But do you think that then they'll have their rights, and then they'll be like, and they need to get compensated, and then they have their own weird bank account that's in the net?
I don't think the producers will care.
No.
As long as they're like, well, we're not breaking the contract.
We're not breaking the contract.
That's it. No more.
Whoa.
No more humans.
It's so funny. They barely pay writers and background actors. That like how much money? I guess they really need just all the money. It's capitalism, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's it's horrible.
It's so crazy. It's like we don't want to pay this guy $20,000 a year.
That's crazy.
You kidding?
What's the lowest we can pay him
Yeah.
and be okay with it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the world we're living in.
That's why I'm just watching old movies on Netflix. Like I'm just watching like
No,
even
even
movies from 2005
Yeah.
are way better than movies today. And those movies back then I thought they were
Yeah.
and now I'm like, no, that was amazing.
I
Like
think they still make good movies, but you have to watch like
yeah,
nouveau art
you gotta
cinema.
find like
You gotta
a
go
guy.
to like
You gotta-
théâtres du
Yeah.
parc or whatever, and
You
watch
gotta
like,
like hang next to the guy that smells like patchouli and a mustache and Darren
no,
Hammond.
not necessarily. I think people enjoy
Yeah.
film. It's funny. They're synonyms, but when
Yeah.
I say film, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Cinema.
Cinema. If you enjoy
Yeah.
cinema and film,
But if you go to the movie theater,
yeah,
It's like Paw Patrol and like
12.
yeah,
Paw Patrol 12.
or
Fast
like
and Furious 16.
yeah, Little Mermaid, the Men in Black crossover or whatever. It's like not really any movies
Okay,
going.
no, but if you go to the small cinemas,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Nouveau Art cinemas,
Mhm.
like Parasite is a fantastic movie. That's the
Yeah.
last movie I think I saw in the cinema. That's how long ago it's been.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think.
2019, I think that came
I
out.
think.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. I was like on the edge of
Yeah,
my
I
seat.
love
So
that movie.
It's out in New York.
Oh,
Went to that like that's cool cinema. I like it small.
Yeah.
There's a huge cinema, but like the rooms were small, like 50 people,
Yeah.
and it's just like you're just watching
do
it. So
love
good. And I went
going to movies
alone.
here.
Dude, the older I get, the more I enjoy doing things alone.
Dude, going to movies alone is awesome. You can
Traveling alone is awesome.
Mhm.
Visiting places is awesome. Visiting museums is awesome.
eat.
You remember what I used to say? Like I love doing things with men.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I love doing with women is sex.
Okay.
No, like I just love doing everything alone.
Yeah.
Even sex, I'm like, oh,
Talk
I have more prowess. I'm getting old.
more proud.
I had sex not too long ago with a girl who's really athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Like she works. I think she wants to do it like a triathlon. It's a lot of work. I'm like, whew,
Damn.
okay, I'm tired. I'm getting old. My God, I can't keep up. Jesus Christ, I have to learn how to swim now.
Learn to swim. You gotta get that swimmer's V.
You gotta get the swimmer's V, bro.
Yeah. Like that dude. That dude that got took
Oh
off
my
his shirt
God.
in the.
Guys, listen. If
That was such
if
a
you've been
fun
listening
show.
till now, our Sunday shows, like
Yeah.
our Fridays, our Saturday shows, they're pro shows. Come to our Fridays and
Yeah.
Saturday show if you want to watch like a stand-up show.
Yeah.
That is like this is a classic
Yeah,
stand-up
yeah,
show.
yeah.
Great comics, fantastic lineup, very funny. Bring a date. If you want to go wild, like our cinema, our film,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
go like crazy, literally crazy shows.
Yeah. They go.
Sunday
they're
shows.
whack.
Because we have people from all around the world, and you just have to crack them, and so you must find a way to crack them,
Mhm.
and it's so hard sometimes. We fail, which is half the fun, but it's so. Last show was bananas.
Yeah.
It was bananas.
There's so like.
I was so wild.
yeah. Dude, it was crazy. There's so many people
Yeah, I think we had to get chairs from the
from
hotel.
upstairs. Yeah.
We had no more chairs.
And
We had like
then-
what 60, 70 people.
Yeah, and just trying to like be like, okay, you shut up. Okay, you be quiet. Okay, you want to see? Okay, I'll run upstairs. Okay, you want?
Yeah, you were working hard, man,
I was
because I
like-
was only focusing on the comedy, and you were doing the
exactly.
background
I was
work.
like, what the hell? Like
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Seating people
I
on
would
the
forget
billiard
who I
table.
spoke
on the-
to, or yeah, whatever. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was exciting.
Yeah, it's so fun. And also, guys, remember, it's pay what you can. You can literally pay us nothing. If you don't have money, but you still
Yeah.
want to take a lady out on a date, or you just want to
Yeah.
I want something to do on a Sunday, just come leave $5 in the thing, or leave nothing.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, we care,
Yeah,
but
we
like
care, but
it's
whatever.
it's our
Yeah.
soup kitchen. It's our soup kitchen comedy show. You know? So just come meet people from all around the world. I got an email from a guy. He messaged he went to my website and he messaged me.
Oh, that's
Remember
so
there
cool.
was a guy who was really in shape sitting next to a girl from Argentina,
Yeah.
and I said you guys should get married.
yeah.
So apparently, another guy just so you know, I really love the show. That guy that you said he should get married to the girl, they ended up kissing.
Whoa.
I don't know if they did anything more happen, but he didn't sleep in his room.
What?
And he's like, next time, can you tell the girl who's sitting next to me that we should get married? Like,
Yo.
I'm like, what am I, a matchmaker?
Yeah. Hey, why not? We're doing Pantelis' podcast.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
by the time this comes out,
Oh, yeah.
or
Or maybe not.
yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I like that guy. I'm happy he came. He dropped by.
Mm-hmm.
He did a spot on
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
So cool. I
Yes.
like that when people who are like just drop by. Like we had Wasim a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The guy
really
just
good
recorded
comics.
an album and he just dropped by.
Yeah.
I like that. I want to
No.
cultivate this.
Yeah. This.
Like I told JC Surratt, like, dude, whenever you wanna come
Yeah,
to
he's
a
funny.
spot.
He's
Oren,
wild-
whenever
wild
you wanna
man.
come.
Nice.
We have Lawrence headlining this
Ooh,
Sunday. It's gonna be
nice.
very nice.
Very, very good. One
Very
pound
good.
fish.
Look, it's a rat. You see it?
Ew.
It's a
Oh, speaking of rat, dude,
goddamn-
the flea, not the fleas, the bed bugs in Paris, apparently, look,
mother.
it's inside
I
the
wanna
murky water
kill
now.
it. I hate rats.
But it's a rat. It's not a mouse. Mouse are. Oh, it's cute.
They're both disgusting.
I
Like 3 rats equal that dog. I hate rats. I hate mice. I hate them.
yeah, you hate
I
them.
hate them.
You have like such an evil face.
I hate them.
Um,
They'll die.
So they're saying that the bed bug situation in France spread all over France. The bed bugs, there are a new mutation of bed bug that are
They smoke cigarettes and eat cheese.
Yeah.
Oh.
They become diabetic, but they're resistant to like you go in a house and you smoke out.
Yeah.
They don't die,
No.
so they don't know what
The
to do.
only way to get rid of those new French bed bugs is to have a bunch of Arab bed bugs move to France. If history has taught us anything, is that the best way to de-gentrify a neighborhood is to bring Arabs into Paris. So what we need is more Arab bed bugs. Mahmoud the bed bug. Salam alaikum mon frère, comment ça va? Écoute, je vais prendre le côté droit du lit, mon frère. Salam alaikum, frère. Ça kiffe, oh nickel, oh du coup.
That's really good. And then now they're saying that it's gonna spread to England.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, Brexit. But what happened? That's the whole reason why Brexited.
Yeah, you don't got a European passport.
Hey, buddy. Hey,
Hey,
Monsieur le
Hey fam,
Bedbug.
what you doing in the St. Pancras? Get off the Eurostar.
Dude,
Hey,
our show is in a hostel. Dude, it's gonna get to us.
Dude, maybe.
Yeah,
We can't get too close to these Frenchies.
Yeah, I made a joke about you can I was hosting. I'm like, oh, you can easily spot the French people. They're itching and scratching because of the bed bugs, and people are like, ha ha ha. I'm like, this is a great joke.
Yeah. Ha ha ha.
It's a great joke.
You're like,
Ugh.
you sound big.
So funny. There's a couple of good moments. I don't think we captured them. Like we had
Mm.
a lady from Australia and we had a lady from New Zealand.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, aren't you guys supposed to we dislike each other?
Yeah.
And the Australian lady, she's like, ask her to count to 6. Ask the New Zealand lady. And she's like, I'm like, okay, well, count to 6. She's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm like, that's not funny at all.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it because the Australian can't count more than 5? Whoa, higher than the number of fingers on
I
your
remember
hand?
That was funny.
That's insane.
I wonder what she was trying to say.
It's probably like an inside joke.
Oh.
Because like 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know the way
Yeah.
the way they speak.
Dumb Brad.
So fun. We had people from the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's insane. All right, guys. We love you very much. Goodbye, everybody. I love you, Eugene. Mwah.
Mwah.
Peace in the world.
It's not peace in the Middle East.
I hope it's peace.
It's world's peace.
I know what that means.
My dude.